That's a little later today. This is a little bit different broadcast in the sense that we are experimenting with new technology to make sure everything is ready to go. But it says a personal appeal, so let's talk about what the appeal is. I have a patron. He has made a lot of donations to my studio in the past, which I thank very much for his continued support. I was hoping that he would be willing to join us tonight. His name is Jonathan Ung. I have not been able to reach him. And I think it's only fair that he has a chance to be on the program as well. So if anybody knows how to reach Jonathan Ung, let him know that MicheleMarieDalene of the North American Snow Queen Palace would like to have you on to ask us anything live tonight at 7 p.m. We can do it through Google Hangouts because you're from Canada, and I understand you are not going to want to call long distance from Canada just to be part of our roundtable discussion group. That's the first thing I want to say. The second thing is open to anybody. You know, these videos cost us a lot of money to do them, especially now that we're doing live streaming. There's a lot of associated expenses to live streaming video. Some of them are not necessarily monetary. My stomach lining would really appreciate if I had a crew to help us to maintain our professionalism. I mean, somebody who could do the mixing the sound and trying to coordinate all the inputs and outputs so that we don't have to worry about focusing on every single stream, every single communications, every single step of the way, but rather we can focus on, having our audience and our members of our roundtable instead of having to deal with everything. And it's really hard to do these programs as a one-person team, and I really would love to have volunteers to help us out. And that would be something that would be a great godsend. So, if you're interested and you're in the Winston area and you'd like to help, please contact me at bicehela3@gmail.com. That's B as in boy, ICHELA3@gmail.com. So like I said, we can use video editors, we can use live production people, we can use lighting people, help with the lighting, videographers, sound people, whatever. Because, I mean, honestly, if we can find two additional people to do this as a voluntary operation, it would be a godsend. We only really need two. One for the camera, one for the sound, and of course, normally we usually tape them, so that means that we have our post-production and pre-production, and then of course there's the distribution, which usually I take care of that, but sometimes it would help if I had other people help out too. Now, do we need money help? Yes, we do. We need money. We need money because I'm no longer on Section 8 anymore, as you know. I gave that up because of the complications that ensued because of last inspection. And so we definitely would like to have a new inspector guy to help us out here with that. We'd love to have new donations to help get better equipment, get a better video editing system so we can handle overlays in real time, plus of course do live chroma key, green screen. We've been talking about this for years. There's one machine available that might be a good candidate. Again, that's about $500. We've talked about this one. There's also other machines by other companies such as Tallgrass, very, very expensive professional graphics editors, keyers. We're not talking about anything that professional, but we certainly are talking about prosumer grade to help us to make our radio broadcast go further. We also would like to continue the dream of getting a live radio station here in Winston with a fully licensed FCC transmitter. That was a project that I've been working on since I was a little girl, to have a live radio station here in Winston. I still want to do that. My application fee for the Federal Communications Commission is $3,000. That does not include the auction. That does not include the site survey. That does not include the transmitter. That does not include the antenna. That does not include any legal eagles fees and everything else. That's just to apply for the auctions to get a frequency. And that's going to be something that is definitely something that has been my dream for many, many, many years, and that's something that I want to continue to work on even to this day. And so I'm going to keep working on that goal. Like Louis says, I am like the Yosemite Sam when he was playing the role of a sheik in the desert, and Citadel, and of course here's Bugs Bunny nailing more and more doors in the end, and finally the last door he put all those explosives, and he says, is he really stupid enough to open all that door? And all of a sudden, kablam, yeah, he blows up Yosemite Sam. He said, yep, he's stubborn enough, that's me. I want to get this working. I want to get our station on the air. I want to get our station out so people here in downtown Winston can take a regular standard AM, FM, or AM radio and tune in to the radio station. Right now we have a part 15, which is really not really strong. I have to put the antenna back up because the antenna came down. But it doesn't really go very far in the first place. So there's a strong need to continue to work out and broadcast to people all over the United States. But if I can get a local radio station, AM 1610 is the one we're using now, such with a full license for the Federal Communications Commission, minimum transmit power of 250 watts license power, that perhaps we could go out there and cover the downtown area with localized programming and news and information and maybe even sports, although I'm not a sports fan, I know some people are, as well as it would bring in more jobs for downtown Winston. We need the jobs. I also do a lot of advocacy for the Open Door Soup Kitchen here in Winston. You already know that. And so all these programs that I'm doing is because I want to help my community grow. And that's what I'm trying to do. But this broadcast here is to try to show the more the side of me you don't necessarily see on camera. That is that there's another side of me that is not just tooting my horn and trying to think I'm top sirloin. Let's be honest here, I'm not. I'm just plain average Joe, Jane Doe American, legally blind, partially deaf, have Asperger's, and I go out here and I'm doing all this. And this is amazing to think about it because the people who get to know me have said to me, here you are, you're legally blind and you're making all this stuff work. It shows me you're dedicated to your dream and your pursuit of your goal. And I want to, and I really want you to know, all of you to know, that I am going to continue until the day I am in the box, until the day that they wrap me up in my burial shroud and put me in the ground. I will be here for you. And even after I die, I'm still going to be here for you. I'll still be advocating to the great council on the other side, to Malachi and all the others, to ask and advocate for all the humans on earth. And I'll continue to do that. Maybe that may seem a little bit far-fetched to you, but I have never given up and never reneged on my promises like that, because I love doing it, and I love teaching, and I love sharing. And so we're doing this because it makes me feel that I'm giving something back to the community. After receiving Social Security disability all my life because of my handicaps, this is how I can give back to you. And this is how I can reach out to you. To me, I am doing the equivalent of my public service. I'm using my Social Security disability to reach out and to educate and to inspire and to advocate. And that's what I'm going to continue to do every day until I'm dead and buried and then beyond the grave. I'll continue to do that. Yes, I am the North American Snow Queen, and that is another job which is very different than my advocacy and education part, but it's still important. And even as the Snow Queen, I'm still concerned about the well-being of all the people under my charge. As the North American Snow Queen of both the North American continent and Southwest Greenland, I am concerned about the weather events around us. I'm concerned about how the weather affects you and my lives, and I'm concerned, of course, about how many people are ill-prepared for the new coming ice age that is going to be which is starting up now. Don't let this warm weather outside right now fool you, folks. It's the old saying of the calm before the storm. Once the cold comes in, once the snow starts falling, it's going to be getting colder from that point on in the wintertime, just seasonally. And then after that, we're going to see a slow, gradual temperature drop on daily averages, where we might see temperatures in June or July of, say, by the year 2020, might be, say, maybe about 3 to 4 degrees Celsius colder than normal. That's something to consider. Why is it happening? It's because the sun, which is our great heat source, it provides all the infrared energy as well as our light, is entering a resting phase, if you will. It doesn't mean that the sun is totally got a sleep mode. Let me be honest, if it really had a true sleep mode and it went dark, the Earth would be a frozen ball of ice almost instantly. But it's not, doesn't quite go that bad. I hope it never does when I'm alive anyway. But we know that the sun is a major cause of the different ice ages. The modern minimum, the ice age, which happened during the dark ages of the year without a summer, which I believe was around 1813 in July, was a very, very scary. Actually, it was 1811, I think. Okay. Well, definitely early 1800s. Yes. Okay. When that really had a serious impact. It was said the year without a summer. It was 1814, and we froze to death. Of course, we didn't have the infrastructures that we have today. But still, no matter how you slice it, no matter how you dice it, it comes out the same. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to advocate for you. I'm going to speak up for you. I'm going to talk to you. I want to share my life, my love with you. Okay? So, please do me a favor tonight, if you can. And I don't know exactly what the URL is going to be, so please don't ask me ahead of time. I don't know what the URL is going to be for the live Ask Us Anything. I will find out when I go ahead on the air and I go into the live streams, and I will see the link, and then I will share it out to everybody. And so you can all be a participant in both as a watcher, and for those of you who can make it happen, as a caller into the numbers I have mentioned in my morning vlog. You can reach me at that number at that time. During other times of the day, the studio number is, I might answer, I might not answer. It's not really guaranteed that I'm always going to be answering that phone number. It's during the program, Ask Us Anything, or during any of the live broadcasts that we will be manning the phones, guaranteed to get through to me. But if you do not know how to reach me, you will know tonight, because again, the number, we have printed it out on a large piece of cardstock, and we have it by the phone, and it'll be easy to see with the camera, and so you will be able to enjoy a live chance to always have the number there in front of you on the screen so you can call it. It will be open to anybody. Okay. Also, again, we will be continuing to work on more and more live programs. And that means that I can use, like I said, some assistance from you. We need producers, we need sound engineers, we need camera guys, we need light workers, whatever, all kinds of help. And we're not a business, so we don't make any money here. There's no money being made. This is clearly, just like the public access cable 13 channel, which is 191, this is definitely a voluntary operation. There is no money being made. And someday soon, I hope to have multiple cameras up and running so we can do programs from multiple positions. But again, we're going to need help because we're going to need more people to make that happen, that, help assist with the production. But for now, it's just me and Lomi, and of course, we only have one physical body, so we have to try to make it all happen in a way that seems kind of awkward to you. A lot of you probably looked at our last broadcast with test broadcast with Andrew Polaine and said to myself, says, holy crap, she's hiding behind an iMac. She's got a phone, she's got a microphone. I can see their computer more than I can see Michelle. And that's because of the situation. Everything has to be crunched into arm's length so we can reach all the controls. And even that way, some of the controls are not consistently designed. And so we kind of get into a real mess like that between mice and stuff. Remember, I work mostly because of my eyesight, because the way my eyesight works, since I was a child, I work primarily with touch. People who are blinded understand that. So obviously, when you're using a mouse, there is no touch. There is no tactile feel of when you actually are letting get your mouse over the volume control, and you can slide it up and down. There's no response to that in the form of a tactile response, or like a psyche's resistance, what have you. But nonetheless, it's getting dark. There's a cloud coming in. We will be here tonight, and for now, until that time, please let your friends know, and we will be doing a live Ask Us Anything. In my latest vlog from this morning, it gives you the phone number, so you can have the number and pass it out ahead of time to your friends and family and whatever. And if you want to make a donation to help, financial donation to help with defraying the operating costs, please, we really can use it because we've really got a lot of equipment to upgrade, and we still need to expand some of our equipment. You can send your donations to B as in boy, ICHELA3.com or BICHELA3 through PayPal. If you want to mail a donation, that'd be great too. The address is MicheleMarieDalene. That's MicheleMarie, D as in dog, ALENE, 112 Main Street. That's 112 MAINST. Apartment number 9 in Winstead. That is WINSTED. And the zip code is 06098. And I also have to make sure to give the video time to get out before I hit the stop. Otherwise, it's going to slice off my contact too soon, and you won't see the whole stream. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to go behind the camera and hit the stop key. I'm going to let it run for a few more seconds to make sure this is the same software we're going to be using for the live Ask Us Anything. So this is a good advice for me to learn how to do that. Okay? So thank you very much for watching this appeal, and I hope to see you soon. Okay? Bye-bye, everybody. Okay, anyway, so sorry about that earlier thing where it ended wrong.